Well, hello everybody, and welcome back here, Black Steel Lessons. Today, we're going to be on the topic of getting more out of your practice. Everybody needs to practice and noodle around, but while you're practicing and noodling around, you need to get in your head that you're also trying to learn something, if nothing but how to position your bar and do your pickings. And I'm tuned up, by the way, back in an open E. I'll go ahead and put the tuning down there in case somebody forgot, but it's my favorite tuning for country music and rock and roll. I like the D tuning for the swampy style blues and all that, and once in a while I'll put it in a C6 for a Hawaiian sound or a country swing. Different tunings for everyone, and there's thousands of them out there. There's E9. I mean, I have tuned this one up and done a lesson on E9. But we're going to do a lesson today on improving your practice skills. And when you're doing your practice, think about what you're doing. We're going to play in the key of G, so that's the 3rd fret. Alright, first of all, you need to know how your linear or your straight board's laid out in your scales, and that's going to help you a lot. So we're going to emphasize on the top string on it first. So we in the key of G, so we're going to put it at the 3rd fret. Now, here's the concept of it. Whole step, whole step. Now, when I say whole step, that's a whole step. This is a half step. So you skip a whole fret to make a whole step. So it's whole step, half step to start with. See here, it's number 3, 5, 7, 8. That's a whole step, whole step. All right. Now for the next part, we're gonna do a whole step, whole step, whole step, then a half step. So it's 2 whole steps here, then a half step. This one we gonna go whole step, whole step, whole step, then a half step. So it sounds like this. And when you're landing back on that 15th fret, you at the G again, so it just started over. Right there, it's okay, so that's one thing you need to get a concept of and play along. If you don't, just use a bass string. Whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Okay, practice doing that, and later on in life, it'll come to you why you need to practice. Another scale is just right up here, and that's. Or you can do it like I do it sometimes. But anyway, learning that is helpful, and that works all over the board. If you're in an A, you can still go whole step, half step, then whole step, whole step, whole step, and half step. That puts you back on your A at 17th fret. so you get the concept. Anywhere on the board it works. And even up here on the E, open or whatever open you in, that'd be a whole step would be coming down to the second. Whole step. Whole step. Let's see, it's whole step. Half step. Whole step. Whole step. Whole step. Half step. Push you back at the E. Okay, so you got that concept. Practice doing that. That's your scales, and your scales will help you find notes playing a song. Now, pickings also. You can pick by strumming. We're gonna do it in a G though. Now, we're gonna go to a C next, but I want you to strum and pause like this. See how I done it? Hitting that top string. And slide in from one fret above. It's a great way to make a rhythm, and then you can get on your lead strings or your higher upper register. Practice that, make your backing track or a loop over. All right, here's another technique to practice. I'm using strings 2 and, strings 3 and 1. Hit strings. Then pick them at the same time, and if you happen to hit the second one, don't worry about it. That's what I call drag across. Slide in above the note that your target is. That's another good way to practice. G, C, D, and also double it. Alright. That right there is hitting strings 3 and 1. Slide back, then hop to a whole step. Then come back down on strings 2 and 4. Like that. Go across like that. Alright, what I did then, I just went a whole step, a whole step, and a whole step to the target note. Sounds like this. Skip. That's a pinch up of strings 2 and 3 and 3 and 4. Now right there I'm throwing a note. And I always end with a pick up on that first string. You don't have to, you can. But whatever you're doing when you're practicing, try to make it musical. Slide in real subtle and gentle. See how I did it? Back. Skip. Then we're going to slide down to a C, but I want you to pause at a whole step and a whole step, fret 5, 7. Don't pick it, just pause. See how it sounds? That's another good way of learning your sound. You don't have to do it that fast, you can play it. Pick it all the way down. Playing on the higher register, 15th fret is a G. Same. And all I was doing right there was throwing the note. I throwed it a whole step up to an A. Been the same if I was going. It's just brighter, higher register. And there you have it. And right there, while I was pulling my pick back and forth. See how I throwed that note though? That's old Hank Williams, Don Helms. He used that. of the music is gonna be the way you move your bar and the way you move your pick. I mean, just an old if the band's doing that, you might want to go. Okay, another thing I just did, I went from the 1 chord to a 2 chord instead of the 4 chord. That sets you up, go to the 5 chord, which sounds like this. Then I go a whole step, half step to get to it. Or you could do your improvising by going, that right there is a whole step and a half step. Just another trick in the toolbox. I'm just showing you how simple. That's just a simple turnaround when you're in the key of G. And then you end up on the D. You go back a whole step to the C. And then back to the D to get to the G. Good way to end the song, good way to turn it around. Just right back. Going to a B flat to a C. Something used in rock and roll a lot. A lot of your Clapton stuff does that. But anyway, you experiment and find what works for you. If you find something that you really truly love, a lick, maybe and you don't think you're going to remember, write it down. All you did was make a little slide-in mark and call it a half step. Then a whole Whole step, half step, half step. There you go. I hope you're getting something out of the lessons. I hope you're practicing. Get out there and practice. Try to keep that bar straight over that fret. Not in front of it, not behind it. Right on top of it. Practice like that. Also, while you're doing that practice, think about your dragging fingers coming down first. Because if you don't, here's what it's going to sound like. That's string ringing syndrome, which is nasty sounding. Don't do that. Put that dragging finger down first. I don't care if you have to mute it. Dragging fingers is all, even when I'm playing a note. See that finger right there? It's on. That finger was down the whole time. Even when I did this, I pulled the bar. But that finger's there. So, there you have it, a little simple practice routine. Practice makes you better. It makes you better also if you concentrate. Get you a looper or whatever, a keyboard, get a drum beat, practice your timing. If you ain't got a drum, just get you a loop and go. See, I can make that a loop, and then I could start. So, I hope you have a great week out there, everyone, and thank you for stopping by here, and get out there and make some music, and practice, make it happen, because the more you practice, the more better you're going to become, because you're building up muscle memory in your whole step. That's the a while, that just comes so natural to you that it's just like eating ice cream. You don't have to think about it, you just do it. I did that and I wasn't thinking about it. I knew I wanted to go to the G, to the C, and then to the D, C, D, and I wanted to emphasize. And so what I did, went from a D, E, F, back to the E, D, C. And that's used a lot in country music. It's a little turnaround lick or lead into lick. It can go either way. All right. Thank y'all and have a great week out there. And I hope you're learning something and I hope you're enjoying the lessons. If you're not subscribed, please go hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. Got a comment? Give me a shout out. I'll shout back at you, I promise. Y'all have a great week.